I get asked quite a lot,
what would you put in a perfect fragrance collection for men?
These are the perfect 15 fragrances for beginners. If you're starting your collection, this is like perfect collection guaranteed. By the way, here we talk about fragrances for men, so if you want to smell amazing and sexy and great, subscribe to this channel for more of my recommendations. 3, 2, 1, let's do this. Most of them are designer actually, because I think they're perfect for your budget ones, because if you're a beginner you don't want to spend like huge amounts of money. So let's start with the first fragrance that I think everybody should have, Versace Eros Eau de Parfum. And this is a fragrance that smells awesome, especially for clubbing. We've done so many tests when we asked women on the street what they think about this one. This fragrance nearly always wins. It's amazing. It's this oldie but a goodie fragrance. It's sweet, it's dense, perfect for going out. It's a staple in a men's collection and I love it. Next up is a fragrance that is very classy but in a good way, in a sexy way. Telemaz Eau de Toilette. This is my favorite Telemaz, although a new one is coming out, which I'm really hoping to review next month. So subscribe, even more of a reason to subscribe. Telemaz Eau de Toilette is a vetiver, earthy, spicy, light, perfect for warmer weather. It's this fragrance that smells so luxurious and it's totally perfect for every age bracket. This is like, you just have to try it. It's a masterpiece of a fragrance, okay? It's so good. Next up is a crete fragrance. It's Royal Oud. This, to me, this is a luxurious London guy that lives in Mayfair. It's such an English fragrance. I don't know how to describe it in another way. It just smells like an English perfect townhouse. So luxurious, like private jet, sort of a holiday sort of a person. This is so lax, classy, spicy, woody. Like if you love your just like classic gentleman fragrance, you need one of those in your collection, because not all your fragrances will have to be like fun and flamboyant. Some of them will have to be like classy, but you know, like really good and luxuriously classy, not like you're an old guy and you're going to die in 5 seconds. Now let's go to a sexy fragrance. This one is Sublime. It's so good. It's Stronger With You Intensely. I personally adore the nuttiness of it. This is just reminds me of one of my all-time favorite fragrances, By the Fireplace, which is not on this list because I find that that one is a bit more specific and niche, whereas this, like, everyone can love it. It's spicy, it's tad fresh in the opening, it's nutty, it's vanilla-y, it's just Netflix and chill in a bottle. So good. Makes me so happy smelling it. So you have to go for this version of this fragrance. Next one, a sexy date fragrance. I would say Stronger With You Intensely is more of like sexy. This one is more like a date sexy fragrance, if that distinction makes sense. It does in my head. Let me know in the comments if it does. And like this video if you love fragrance videos from me. YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. It's a classic. Like, guys, you have to own it. I don't care what anybody says about longevity. It's worth it, even with longevity now being affected. It is the perfect combination in a fragrance. I'm obsessed with it. Every time I talk about it, I'm like, whoa, it's so good. It's lavender, it's bergamot, it's fresh, but so cozy and so sexy in like a quiet, confident way. Next up is one of my most talked about fragrances on this channel, South of France Luxury in a Bottle. This is this kind of fresh but soft scent. It's not a shower fresh fragrance per se. It's like this freshness with some milkiness in it. So it's a bit softer, a bit more I would say Shower Fresh is like sexy, 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 but a bit harsh. Sometimes it can be a bit harsh and like aggressive, whereas this is like more sophisticated, luxuriously sexy, like south of France, being at the Riviera, at like a beach club or something. Oh, Mandarin Mint. The Eau Extrême is my favorite version. It smells amazing in the air. If you want a fresh fragrance that leaves an intoxicating trail behind you, this one is it. Okay, next up we've got this one, Aqua Amara, because you need in your perfect collection also these fragrances that are like masculine, like bad boy, in your face. You need that because sometimes you feel like that and you want to show that within your fragrance. And Aqua Amara is that sort of fragrance. It's a sea guard gone bad, gone rebellious. Like, oh, I don't care, I'm going to like make a tsunami or something. Not a tsunami, but you know what I mean? Like, he's just like doing whatever he wants. Oh, this fragrance is slightly salty. It's aqua. It's shower fresh. It's like bad boy. It's so, so good, especially for like holidays and stuff. This lasts also, which is a plus for a fresh fragrance, which doesn't usually happen. It's just a good one. And you can still get it at discounters because I've heard that it is discontinued, but I can still see it. So I'll link it for you down below and I'll keep recommending it because you can still get it. Okay, next up is a fragrance that I don't own Dual Fahrenheit, but I own this and I love this. This is Mercedes-Benz Intense. So this is again, so good. This is traditional masculine, like in my mind of a fragrance, but like non-basic. It's so, so good. It's fresh, it's leather, it's like this mechanic, like working on a car. It is so casually strong and masculine. So sexy, so sexy. Ah, and you can get it really affordably. It's similar to Dual Fahrenheit, but to me this is a bit more, even a bit more sexy because it's got that strong softness to it. Oh, it's just fabulous. Next up is Woodwood Tom Ford. You have to get this fragrance if you want compliments. This is like your everyday dry, woody, no frills fragrance that is straight to the point but will get you compliments because it's so wonderfully dry. It is. It's so, so good. It makes my mouth water. It's one of those fragrances that I'll always recommend and we'll always have in our collection here because we're nearly done with this bottle. It's so good. My husband loves it and he does get compliments. I'm sometimes like jealous because he gets compliments for this from like random people. So be careful with this one. Next, we've got, of course, a staple, Bleu de Chanel. If you're a fragrance person, like you can't do without this fragrance. This is a fragrance that is perfect for every occasion. It is a fragrance that women love, that men love. This DNA is smells like lemons, but then like this woodiness. It's so good. You can wear it to work, but you can wear it also going out if you want. This is like the perfect all seasons fragrance. And if you care about how you smell, then I don't know how you can not own this because it's so, so, so good. This was one of the first men's fragrances I have bought together with Allure Homme Sport Extreme, also from Chanel. Next up, we've got a Prada fragrance that very fast jumped to my most sexy recommended fragrance for men. Oh, I just can't with this one. Oh, Prada Black. Yeah, that is my, guys. I'm obsessed. I'm so happy. Can you see the smile on my face? Like, this is such a sexy, mysterious, powerful fragrance, but it is soft. Like when you smell it, you think, oh, it's soft, but it's strong at the same time. Oh, the mintiness of it. It's so subtle. It's so perfect. It's so sexy, and I would say it smells much more expensive than it is, and it could be a niche fragrance. It could be a fragrance that is £100 more expensive, but it's not, so it's a little gem. So good. It's like nearly at this level. But you also need is a floral in your fragrances, but like a masculine floral, and I would say this is a great example of a rose for men. Masculine, fresh, happy, young smelling, just really fun. I usually think about rose fragrances for men and I'm like, just not sure. Like they can go either really good or bad. And this is such a good offering from Moschino Toy Boy. This fragrance, despite its bottle, but maybe its bottle shows what it actually smells like, because it does smell young, fresh, fun. It really is so good, and so like you might think, oh, I might not like this. You will, like 100%. It's such a fun and different fragrance for men in a designer shelf. Really, really good. And my sexy, fresh, very unique designer fragrance of my dreams, L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum. This is a fragrance that smells like almonds. It's a bit powdery, it's fresh, it's amazing smelling. This fragrance reminds me of like this perfect guy. This is like a perfect guy in a bottle. It has everything that you might want as a woman. It's so good, guys. I can't even put into words how much I love it, but I know that you guys love it too. Also, people who watch this channel, they always say like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I found it. I love it so much. And you'll end up wearing it a ton. You think, oh, cherry almond, I might not, but it's so user-friendly. Like it's so easy to wear and so different that it definitely gives you that wow factor when you wear it. Nearly last is, I had to put it in here, Aventis, because it's one of those fragrances that you have to have, I believe, in your collection as a guy. It's super masculine, strong, that like eucalyptusy, just strength in it. It's so good. It's got pineapple. It's very alpha male. It's so good. And I mean, I've shown it to loads of women and they absolutely love it. So this is like a fresh scent that women go crazy for and men go crazy for. It's very good. It's a staple. Everybody who loves fragrance, who loves smelling good, even people who don't, they know this fragrance. So you should go and have it in your collection because it's a reference point. It's good. The last one that it's not in my collection yet, but it's on my list and I'm obsessed with it. I showed it to my husband the other day and he was like, whoa, because we were doing fragrance smelling and nothing really was impressing him. I like to get his opinion also on some fragrances. And this one I was like, okay, we were nearly leaving the store and I was like, okay, I know that nothing impressed you, but wait, because I saw it there standing and oh my gosh, he was like, oh. And he immediately was like, okay, I have to spray it on myself. It's so good. It's really impressive. It's underrated. It's Déclaration Parfum from Cartier. It's so good. It's different. It's like you smell so many fragrances that are nearly the same. This one is classy. It's deep. It's so sexy and masculine and different. So this one is a real gem. This one is like, oh, you're wearing Cartier fragrance? Does Cartier even make fragrances? But don't underestimate Cartier because not only are their watches amazing, but also this fragrance is just so good for men. So this one will definitely be appearing more on this channel. You've got a bit of everything. You've got sweet, you've got fresh, you've got classy, you've got all seasons, you've got everything. Let me know what are 3 fragrances you would recommend for any beginner starting their fragrance collection, because I know that loads of people who watch this will probably want to also hear your guys' opinions. So let me know down in the comments. I'll link all the fragrances down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more fragrance videos, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.